EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Getting set for all the action on what my idol Vin Scully would have said was a beautiful afternoon here in the Sunshine State. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Getting ready at Wetlands Golf and Country Club. An interesting layout, Frank. The players are ready to go. And what are you thinking about as you get set to tee off?
Well, you're thinking about you're going to play a long golf course, sort of mid-7,000 yard range. But this is a golf course that you actually do get to hit your driver more often than not. So it's a good driving golf course. Green's relatively flat as well, but be careful if you're a little weak of heart. Look left or right, you might see the odd gator or two. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
You can't ask for much more than that. About 5 feet away. Beautifully done. And getting ready for the putt. A birdie will send him to 1 under on the leaderboard. Par 5 12 here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club is 576 yards. First par 5 on this backside. .310 yards and straight. You can win with that. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot. And it makes the green in regulation. Well, he's going for back-to-back birdies here, trying to jumpstart this round.
Some momentum moving in the right direction. That might go unnoticed, Rich, but that birdie just sneak inside the top 15.
A lot of excitement here. Let's take you out to the action once again at the 13th. Frank, it's only the first round, but you're a believer that these can be as important as the final round.
Well, if you get yourself in contention, Rich, then obviously you get the momentum much easier. And the feeling of being in the hunt, that's going to give you the adrenaline rush. And you breeze through 4 rounds.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Good job right there. Now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe at another title. The former college standout has been excellent today.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
And with that birdie, moving into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
And we're starting to notice the name.
So that concludes round 1. Frank, what's the mindset after this first day?
Well, the important thing is just try and play smart, get a feel for the golf course. That's what you try and do on the opening round. And now that the players have seen it, we should see some better scores tomorrow.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the BioWare Classic.
Hello again and welcome. Rich Slaughter alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Getting set to go at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. We're located along the St. Johns River in the great state of Florida. On to the par 4 sixth here at the Wetlands. And Frank, how does that water factor into the way you play this hole?
It bisects this fairway beautifully, Rich. 233 yards to the run out on the first section of fairway. And that might be worth considering for the short hitters to try and flash it across the narrowest part of those wetlands, 276 yards. And of course, the more horsepower you got, actually the easier this tee shot becomes.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
That is just a beautiful shot.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
And with that birdie, moves to third place.
Frank, now we get a crack at another par 5. The seventh is 592 yards.
And certainly reachable, especially with a tee shot that follows the shape of this fairway, which is slightly to the left. Good tee shot, you can get home. And those bunkers, if anything, are nicely placed on that left side of the green, actually to protect a shot that goes too far or too left.
Nice drive, right in the fairway, and a good swing on that one. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. A good 20-footer here. Wow, I thought he made that. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Well, yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
On to the 8th. It's a par 3, 203 yards. What's going on here, Frank?
Interesting par 3, really. It looks anything other than a straightaway hole. That bunker short of this green gives you like an optical illusion. You think it's lapping up with the front of this green, but there's actually sort of 3 or 4 yards before you get to the putting surface. A little bit of a drop-off behind this green, and it narrows out the deeper the green gets. So a tricky little par 3.
That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
That's a solid par, still in it, Frank. Finishing up the front side here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club with a par 5, 621 yards. Frank just continuing to make the game look easy.
This just shortens the whole golf course up when you can hit it that far.
This is all feel with a lob wedge. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Could it be? Frank, that's the biggest roar I've heard all week long. That was an eagle roar.
Yeah, for good reason. Not just an eagle, too. All of a sudden, back in contention. Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the BioWare Classic.
It is just an ideal day for golf. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We're getting set for all the action this afternoon at Wetlands Golf and Country Club in Florida. And this is certainly a challenge, Frank.
It is. We really should rename it Drylands because that's the way you want to play this golf course. If you're not dry, then you are going to be wet. That swampland is just all the way around this golf course. In between it, though, is fairway. So fairway, the goal all day today.
And as always, with the state of Florida, you have to factor in the changing winds. And now we go down to the action at the first. Warm-ups are done, first two rounds in the book, and Frank, this is where careers are made, on the weekends at these kinds of championships.
This is also what you hope for, too, in professional golf. You know you've got your good stuff. We've seen that through the first 2 days. Put yourself in a great position. Just 36 holes to go. You're looking at that first hole and what the weekend might unfold. That's the beauty of this game.
Going with the lob wedge here. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Just a bit left of the hole location.
Should still be okay.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie.
Now, as they say, 300-yard drive, one shot, miss a short one. Also one shot.
That's painful. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Settles in over the putt. Suddenly, we have a tie for the lead.
A bogey there. It's not the worst you could make on a hole like that.
Strong par 5 to start, followed by a good par 3. The second hole is 225 yards.
Two bunkers, Rich, when you look at this par 3. In between is a nice corridor. And that's really the line that you want to be looking at going at this par 3. Just thread the gap, and you should safely find the green. Computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. So a tester from 4 feet.
No, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
We're at the third hole now at the Wetlands. It's a par 4, 460 yards. Frank, you watched the Web.com Tour event down here, and what'd you see when the young bombers came to this hole?
Oh, this is a hole they just love, Rich. You know, it's flat, it's long, and it's straight, so they just tee it up, aim it straight at the green, hit it as hard as they can. And some of these guys were just going in with an 8 or a 9 iron. It's quite amazing. And, of course, when you go with an 8 or a 9 iron to this hole, you look at 3 more often than not.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Should be safely on deck.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. And what a hole this is, Frank. Par 3-4, 250 yards, and we're teeing off right in front of the swamp there.
You might see the odd alligator pop its head up. When you look at this, if you want to be clever, you can sort of hit a little cut in here, Rich, and then it'll work with that C-shaped green. That'll keep the tee shot away from the bunker that protects the middle. And you never know, it might just sneak in a birdie. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. He just missed the bunker.
Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Frank, he might like this one. He might like... Oh, he's going to love it, Frank. Perfect roll right there.
Anything other than a rookie. Great stroke.
Now to the 5th hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, 635 yards. A lot going on here, Frank.
The shorter hitters don't really worry about the swampland on the left because it really only cuts in to worry the longer hitters if you want to try and reach this par 5 and 2. So shorter hitters, 2 good shots, set up a wedge shot. Longer hitters, are you straight enough to hit it into the narrowest part of the fairway?
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he was thinking on that.
Chance to get it close here. Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice strong breeze. No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Good look now at the 5th hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, and it's a good one. 635.
That was nuclear.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Always take that. Good par putt right there. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.